Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and today this is my second time recording this video because my mic has a really weird thing where if it's kind of unplugged a little bit, the pitch on it will raise up, and so my voice just sounds a lot higher than normal and it just sounds weird. And I kind of considered just leaving it in because it wasn't that big of a deal, but the video's only like 10 minutes long, so I think I can afford to yap for another 10 minutes. But anyway, today's video is about the time I went to an abandoned haunted school. um, we figured out it was haunted midway through. It wasn't advertised as such. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So the school, definitely can't say which school it is because I would kind of just dox my location to an extent. It's not like I live right next to it, so it wouldn't like ruin my life if I said where it was, but I still don't think I'm gonna do so. Anyway, um, it already wasn't a great experience just getting there because it took me about an hour to find the right location because I was given about three addresses by my friend group. Um, the friend group I went with, we were about seven deep, and so that's like the main reason I felt comfortable for like with actually like doing something like this, just because of the fact like I'd have backup just in case like there was like a homeless man in there. um but I also figured that if like a homeless man saw seven people just walking through their like an abandoned building, like they wouldn't really try to attack seven people. That just wouldn't be a good idea. But um yeah, no, moving on from the fact that I didn't want homeless to attack, which I think is completely reasonable. Like, I don't want to get stabbed with a hepatitis needle, but I digress. So getting to the building was hard. Getting in the building was kind of hard because we had to jump a couple of fences, and then we also had to force open a door. So technically we were breaking and entering, but we definitely weren't the first to do, as you will see later. So, um, about 15-30 minutes in, we finally managed to find some roof access, which is kind of what we were going for the whole time. We just kind of wanted to chill up on the roof and just sit there. And so we found like a roof access, but it wasn't quite the main roof. It was like a little balcony area. And out on that little balcony area, we find some dude's clothes just sitting there. I guess just a pile of like clothes. I imagine it's just some homeless dude's clothes that he left out here. And so I don't really bother touching it. I think some of my other friends take a picture of the pile of clothes. Um, Honestly, if I can recover some pictures from when I went, I definitely will just kind of add them into the video periodically. But I don't think I'll be able to get my hands on any, but I sure will try. But yeah, no. Moving on to like when stuff actually got real. About 45 minutes in, we're all walking around and we see this girl's name written on like a wall behind a broken mirror. So it's like kind of weird because it was like this was like hidden behind the mirror or something, or somebody just came and graffitied it on or whatever. I mean, but it was just like kind of in a mirror frame that was broken, and then there's just like I forgot the name, but my friends thought it would be a fun idea to start chanting said name that was written on the wall, which which at first didn't seem to do anything until the friend who initiated it looks down at his phone and see that he has a caller with a no caller ID on it. And then I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird timing. And then he answers the call, and we hear a lady crying, and the crying just transitions into laughter, and then she just hangs up. That's it. And then we kind of just sat there for a minute because it was like, did that call actually just happen? And we're kind of like, we're just all sitting there, and I was like, we're all like just shocked. And then I think as soon as like everybody kind of finished processing it, after like a second or two, we all just kind of bolt out the building. Like, which I'm shocked none of us just ate shit on the way out because there was like glass and cords all over the ground. So it definitely was a shocker that nobody just kind of fell. But anyway, we managed to make it outside. And once we're outside, this is when we look back up to the balcony where where that homeless dude's clothes were. And we just see well, I don't personally see this, but my friend says he saw a guy standing up there just staring at him. And so what he decided would be a fantastic idea, which I don't condone these actions. I don't condone any of the actions that happened in this video, but especially what's about to happen next. He proceeds to pull out his 9mm and open fire on the men, which not like it was a very bad shot. If I'm gonna be real, he kind of just like pulled it over, reached over one of my buddy's heads who was standing right next to, which I'd hate to be that guy because I imagine he couldn't hear for a couple hours. But yeah, he couldn't hear for a couple hours. But he starts shooting, but he's kind of just shooting at the wall almost. He's not really shooting up at the guy, which I mean also makes me think he just kind of wanted an excuse to shoot at the building, which I mean I think is kind of stupid, but all right. As long as there wasn't like actually a guy there, that definitely makes me feel a lot better thinking that he was just shooting at the building, which I mean he still shouldn't have just been shooting anyway. But yeah, no. So then I probably ran the fastest I ever did in my life because I was not going to get arrested for that. I was not going to get arrested for breaking and entering. Probably would have got like a possession charge. Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't want to deal with that, unfortunately. So yeah, we kind of just dipped out, and then we decided to go to Waffle House afterwards because I feel like after you get haunted by the ghost of somebody who probably died in that school, you get some Waffle House. That makes you feel better. But yeah, no. But yeah, I mainly just want to talk about this because I remembered this story recently and I thought it would make a fun video. If you guys like these story time videos, maybe drop a like, comment, maybe subscribe, and let me know that. And then I can do some more because I've got a couple more I could definitely do. And I wouldn't be against doing them because I can kind of just play whatever and then just voice over it. And so yeah, no, it's definitely a lot easier. And I've been kind of getting burnt out on Dark Souls, so I've been kind of trying to figure out some new stuff to do for content. So yeah, you'll probably see a lot of different things coming out of me. But I am still going to try to do a Dark Souls video this weekend, but I just can't really guarantee it. But yeah, no, I really hope you guys enjoyed watching the video, and if you did, let me know, and I'll make some more. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.